Hey friends, Catherine here. We're going to be doing a little bit more paper folding today. I've got this orange dotty tracing paper that I'm going to be folding into a goldfish. This is a goldfish that I actually really like. It is my favorite version of it, and I will include a link to the video that I got it from in the description below for you. But this one uses half a square of paper. So you've got a square of paper and you are just going to fold it in half. Go. And then, once you have folded it in half, you cut it in half. Right along the crease. As straight as you can, hopefully. This goldfish is going to kind of turn out three-dimensional and sort of puffy in the body, which is something that I really like from origami. I really like the puffy ones, you know? So we've got half of a paper. We've actually got two halves of paper, but we're going to set this other half aside for the moment. And we're going to take that and fold it in half. Line up our corners. Even with two layers, you can still see the placemat through it. This is very thin paper, but that's all right. It should be just fine for this, and it should make an interesting looking fish, hopefully. And then we'll take that and fold it in half again. Go. We're going to want something to press our folds flat with. I like using the handle of a pair of scissors or a bone folder. Actually, nope, my bone folder's not over here. That's fine. Okay, so we've got our paper. We folded it in half. We folded it in half again. Now we're going to unfold that second fold and start work on the tail for the fish. We are going to take the creased end. So we've got the open end and the creased end, and we are going to fold the creased end down toward our open end. I like to fold it a little more than halfway, but this is really personal preference on this fold. However you fold it now is going to be what sets the angle of the bottom of the tail, because we're making the tail here. And then I just flipped and folded it over the opposite direction. And now I'm going to open it up and flip that fold inside. Hopefully. There we go. Okay, open and inside. Okay. There we go. We've got one last fold to complete the tail. And for that we are going to take and bring this folded edge over and down so that the top fold here lines up with that crease that we made in the middle. And we are not going to crease it down, but we are going to put our finger right at this top point. That way it holds that spot in place. And then what we're going to do is just kind of shift the tail this direction, away from the rest of the paper. The further you shift it, the less curved the tail is. I like it about right there. And then we take and crease that down. So that is going to be the tail of our fish. Awesome, that's done. Now we're going to start working on the head. And for the head, we need to undo that and open it up and start by bringing the edges in toward the middle and creasing them down, but only until we reach the point where the tail creases. So we don't need to go further on beyond that point, just up until the tail. Same thing on the other side. Bring it over to meet the middle until it gets to where that tail crease is. There we go. Okay. Now we need to open that back up and bring each of these corners so that this edge folds up along the center, because we're creating creases at this moment. Part of origami sometimes is just making the creases to guide your folds for later. So we do that for both sides, and then we bring up the point that we've created to meet that center mark as well and press it down. And we undo all of that, and then we bring it up again. Let's see here. So that these folds come in, so these side folds where we created those first folds are going to come in, and then this is going to come up. This fold that we created when we brought the point is going to come up so that these open out and create triangles like that. So now we've got something shaped like that. So those triangles go outward. We've just reversed some of our folds so that instead of square down here, it's got sticking out triangles, and that's going to create the front fins. And then what we're going to do is bring this corner up to meet this top edge of paper and stop it creasing at the center. So this corner comes up to meet the top edge of paper, but we keep it from creasing there. There we have it. Here we go. And then same thing for the other side, the corner up to meet the top edge of paper, but stop it from creasing at the center. And there we have it, the head done. Now we just have to open everything back up and then bring the fish over and fold its tail back down along its fold. So we're redoing that tail, that fold from at the very beginning, and we are kind of crushing this so that it makes a little bit of a top fin right there. And then we can, his head's a little flat, open that up a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then we can take and curve it a little bit right here where the tail goes from wide to narrow. We can take and curve it a little bit so that his tail curves around some. Just a little bit of a curve. And we can also take and bend the back fins out so that they open up a little bit. You can curve them the same direction or the opposite directions. I tend to like them going the same direction, or even having just one curved. That's kind of nice. But there we have it. An origami goldfish. If you guys liked it, definitely let me know. I'm always happy to hear from you. Remember to subscribe, and I will see you all another day. Bye!